Hello.
Hi.
How's everybody doing today? Gosh, the people are already on. Are we
We're
tardy?
late.
I
We're-
think we are tardy, aren't
Where
we?
we are.
Oh, sorry, guys. You know how we got in and
Yeah.
the table wasn't quite right today.
Yeah.
So we jiggered the room around like the little elves that we were and
Yeah.
got it all moved, and here we are. So welcome. Thanks for joining us today. I feel like I was here 5 minutes ago talking, and I guess it was about a week or two.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks already. Wow. So we're going to go over a couple things that we've already talked about because I really want to share with you all again because it's so new that I feel like we should talk about it over and over again until everybody's had the opportunity to learn a little about Quilting Cuddle. So maybe we'll just hold on a second longer, and maybe Tyler, you can give us a thumbs up when you think that there's quite a few people on and the people aren't still joining. So how's everybody doing? Where's everybody from today? I see a lot of regulars right now.
Yes.
Everybody good? Carla, I don't feel like I saw you lately. And or maybe you were there and I just missed it. But
and happy June.
I'm gonna make that just a tiny bit bigger.
Yes, I can barely read that. Can we?
No, it doesn't want to let us do that. We'll get help to make that just a little bit bigger. Hard to see your comments at the moment, so we'll make those just a tiny bit bigger for us to, when we're looking this way, we're looking at ourselves on the screen to see how the fabric looks. We look this way, we're looking at you. We look this way, we're looking at the comments on the iPad. So bear with us when we're
looking everywhere.
Yep. So we're going to talk about Quilting Cuddle today. And we have a few more samples in that we didn't have 2 weeks ago. And actually we're starting to see some movement, like things are getting on the water and things like that. So it's kind of exciting. And we have an actual piece of the 5-in-1, which I know a lot of folks were looking for last time to see what it actually looks like. And then we have some new prints, which you saw in the little blurb ad that we had up. We have some new prints in there. Oopsie doodle. And everything's still standing. That's good. And so and by the time we get there, we're probably at our normal time. So we have a lot to do today, as
we do.
So it didn't want to change. All right, so
we're just closer to us.
Super happy with just the way it is. How's that? And it's just a little bit closer to us. And I'm gonna turn that up just a little bit. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's get started.
Hi, Lisa.
Thank you. That's sweet of you. Could use that today. All right. So, Quilting Cuddle. What is Quilting Cuddle? Diana, what's Quilting Cuddle?
Quilting Cuddle is our brand new product, and we're so excited for it. It's if you guys weren't here 2 weeks ago because it was a little off schedule, Julie and Annette really dived into it. So we're going to do a little overview of that in case you guys missed it. But Quilting Cuddle is a 1.5 millimeter low stretch.
Yes,
minimal stretch.
Almost none.
Yeah.
So why did we do it? We did it because we did a survey, and a lot of people said on the survey that the things that don't work for them as a product that they want to quilt with, just in the quilting world. And a lot of it had to do with the stretch, that there's too much stretch in regular Cuddle, and so we made a whole new construction, which is actually patent pending, which is a very exciting. So when the industry gets something new like that, you can patent something, but it goes into patent pending first, and so that's where we are with it. We're very excited about it. It's a big deal. So the construction is what's the part that's pending of what makes it patentable. So it still has a nap on the front. It's a 1.5 millimeter nap instead of a 3 or 2.5 inch, millimeter pile. So it's got a very soft, like I want to say like a bunny or a chickadee or something, where it's just so silky soft on the top. And it just feels just exactly like you want it to feel with that lower nap. So what does lower nap do? It makes less resistance. So when you have two pieces of fabric that are napped face to face, you know that there's resistance amongst that. So it will fight itself a little. So on that 2.5 to 3 millimeter pile, it gives enough nap to where I noticed it and it became fussier to work with. When I had my 1.5 millimeter piles together, it was low fuss. I added the 3 and it became a little bit more fussy to me when I needed to add an extra pin and do some extra things when I was working on these tiny little squares. So it was very notable to me that there is a difference in that, and I very much appreciated that 1.5 millimeter pile. So that's a yay moment. Then when you cut the pile in half lengthwise, you're also cutting your Cuddle dust in half. And so I feel like it's at least 50% less Cuddle dust when you're cutting. It's notably less on the tabletop. I still use my vacuum. I still cleaned up after like I normally would, but it just made so much less that it was notable to me. And so now I've got two things that are really added to it, but that stretch business is really a big deal too. There's give. You can feel the give, but it's not stretchy. And even Cuddle 3 is not stretchy per se, but it has way more give than what the new Quilting Cuddle does. It's also 45-inch, which is a big deal to the shop owners because now it's suitable for their shelving that they already have in the store, and they don't have to find space to put it in. So it makes it easier to place inside their stores and for it to be merchandised inside the quilting sections of their stores. So we're encouraging the quilt shops to bring it in and put it into the quilt section. We also it works super well for when you're trying to figure out your patterns and your fabrics and all of that. Now the patterns are all geared for 45-inch fabric, so it just works itself right into that. If you're working with cottons and you're going to mix cotton and Cuddle together, which some people still do that, you've got both 45-inch fabrics. It also makes it identifiable too for both the quilt shop and for the consumer. It makes it notable that they're 45, so you know you have quilting Cuddle. Boy, that's a hard habit to break. That you know you have quilting Cuddle when you have the 45-inch. We are doing it in collections at this point. It doesn't mean it'll be in collections always, but right now we're doing it in collections, which we haven't had collections in Cuddle in a super long time. And I was talking about this yesterday with a group of people, and I really feel like it adds to the benefit of working with the Cuddle. Now you know it kind of takes that stress out when you're trying to buy online, which so many of you are, that it doesn't match. You know, when we say if it says berry and it says berry and it says berry, they're all supposed to match. It's pretty good most of the time, but not always is it perfect because this is not a science, it's an art form. And so sometimes, things don't go as well together. We have been very, very cautious with these pieces to make sure that these quilt collections are very accurate. In that digital printing, the accuracy is very high. It's when you start dipping and dyeing things that it gets tougher. But in the digital printing world, our mills are just doing a bang up job with that. So I feel very confident with the quality of the matching of things. We're also doing a solid line in it. Right now there's 26 solids in it, and we're going to be probably doubling that in the next few months. So not probably, for sure going to be doubling it in the next few months. So if you just think of colors that you really wish are in there, I'm all ears for that right now, because we will be planning that in the next probably 5-6 weeks. And so anytime you want to feed us information like that, you can always just find us through our own website. You can find both of us there, and you can send it in, or any other format that you want to get it to somebody. Just say that it needs to get to Diana and Julie, and or the design department if you can't remember our names. It's okay. It'll get to us quite easily. And so working with this product, I loved working with it. Everybody that's had the opportunity, which is mostly our Cuddle ambassadors, have all they're gung-ho with it. We've been doing a lot of machine quilting with it. As you can see, this piece on the tabletop, it's so beautiful. In fact, Diana, we grabbed the little baby jacket that's over there.
Of course.
That's one of my favorite things. Yeah, this actually did kind of start it. So I'm back to why did we do it? We did it for all these reasons that I've given you, and it's going to be a thing. This is a thing. So everybody needs to get on board and give it a shot, because I think it's going to change everything. I don't like to disparage anybody else's products or any other things, but if you're going to compare what this feels the closest to, it's probably flannel. It's going to replace flannel in my world. I won't be using flannel for anything anymore, because it just doesn't make
it's
sense.
so silky compared to flannel. It's the same love that you have for Cuddle, and I think that was really important for us to continue, because it still feels like Cuddle.
It does.
And like minky, and I think that's just so innovative.
And the durability is just crazy. The
Yes.
wash is so nice and it's so easy to work with that I think I think people are just going to be so surprised. You know how flannel will pill after a period of time. No matter how great the quality of the flannel is, it still pills. So I don't want to put all this work into something and then have it pill.
Yeah.
I think this thing you probably could drag it through a mud puddle and it'll come out looking stunning at the end. But look at this little thing. Is this
Look
just the
at this.
cutest? So we had one of our CAs did the piecing and the long arm. And then we sent it to a different CA and she made the actual jacket. So she just cut it out of the fabric then, and then had the other pieces of it to make some other little projects with it as well. And so the little, I love the inside just as much because she used Quilting Cuddle solid on the inside. So you can see the little piecing.
You can still see that construction in there, and
just darling. Great job. Both Lisa and Renee just did such a swell job. This is just one of my favorite pieces. It will be probably my all-time favorite piece.
I think so too.
Cuddle,
yeah.
Until something else stuns us half to death. But this particular piece, we had this at H&H. Remember we talked about that a little bit. And we had purchased the opportunity to have this little podium that sits out in the main lobby area, and this little jacket was out there on the podium. Every time I went out there to go by to do something, the little thing was just haggard and mangled. So you knew that meant that people were taking it off, were looking at it, were digging into it because there was interest in it. And those are shop owners. So the shop owners are excited. The shop owners that have been exposed to it already are buying it. So you will be able to buy this online. I did see somebody earlier ask how to buy our fabrics. We are a wholesaler only. So you can't buy directly from Shannon, but we have so many retail outlets out there that all you have to do is search a little Google situation and you will find a quilt shop out there that carries our products. You can do it near or far. You probably have somebody close to you, but maybe not within driving distance. And if you don't, then we have to learn how to buy online, right? I mean, it's just a fact that we've had to do over time. I love Cuddle products to buy online versus other things because you have so much help. The I Love Cuddle page, I Love Cuddle Fabrics page, it is the most helpful place to go if you're struggling with knowing what matches and goes together. Not only is Shannon monitoring it, the Cuddle ambassadors are monitoring it, and then you have all the help of your fellow consumers, as well as there's retailers that are on there as well. And so people are constantly asking, what goes with this? Somebody show me something that goes with this. And people are so great about chiming in and helping out. And I just really encourage you to do that, especially if you're struggling on what to buy or what to match up with something, or what should I do? I feel stuck. You know, when you're in your own little environment at home, sometimes we get a little stuck doing the same sorts of things over and over again. Here's what I did before, but I want to change it up a little bit. Give me some ideas, everybody. Use that I Love Cuddle page. It's a group of fellow cuddle lovers that do what you do in their own version of it, and they just want to play with you. So I encourage everybody to A, be a part of that group, and B, contribute. When you sew something, put it on there. Let everybody see it. Everybody loves looking at all our projects and all we're doing and making comments, and everybody, the love just flows like mad on that page. I think the I Love Cuddle group is gonna just explode soon with the Quilting Cuddle. So with the projects and things, the projects I've seen so far from the Cuddle ambassadors are outstanding.
Yes.
So I think that once we start showing you all these projects in small ways and big ways, because we've only had a limited amount of fabric to work with so far. So I feel like I've just given like a 20-minute speech. You know, like I've got a class speech done, but I've been doing it for a few days now. So it feels like
a few weeks.
Yeah, so. It has been. And so Quilting Cuddle was released at H&H at the beginning of May. And so we've had about a month of selling, and I can't tell you how much fun it's been. I've really, really enjoyed sharing this with you because this has been a product, our love child for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, months of not only working with construction and opinionated about it, but then the prints that go on it. Diana and Heather and myself are at the root of the prints. And so there was a lot of stress, you know, trying to figure out the right ones and what the right thing is to do, but it flowed quite easily and nicely. And so we're working on the new collections already, and we haven't even shipped these yet. So it's kind of exciting that we're already, so we love hearing what you have to say about it.
Yes.
So the very first collection is the one you're seeing where that we have the most yardage that we've been able to create the most products out. The output has been the highest on, and it's called Meet Me in the Garden.
Yes.
Darling group has turned out to be everybody's favorite, but I still say it's everybody's favorite because we've had the most
stuff
made out of it. So it's easy.
Starting with these roses and going from there. But okay, we're gonna grab the whole header here for the whole Meet Me in the Garden.
So, Diana, the easiest way we figured out is if we hold it up on each end, we just kind of flip it over as we go.
There we go.
Let's try to lean out just a bit. Okay, so the Meet Me in the Garden collection is based around a floral collection, which many quilting groups, we have the more research we've done, the more we've realized that quilting and floral is synonymous together. And so in this particular group, we've got a dark, a light, and a medium, and then a few go with pieces to go with it. So the top piece is probably one of my favorites personally.
Yes.
And it's just, it's a floral called
Bouquet.
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 It's harder to see from the distance that you are, but it is a polka dot. It's a multicolor bitty dot.
It's not bitty dot. This is just dot.
Okay.
We were very,
garden dot. Okay.
Just garden dot.
Yeah. So it's your run-of-the-mill garden dot.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it has the dark green in there, and it has the wood rose in there and the berry in there. So it's multicolored and it's really cute. It's such a good blender for this.
I think so too. And then there's your first solid.
Yes.
If the name is something that you recognize, it's a color that matches C3 or it's the same as C3. If you do not recognize the name, it's a new color.
Yeah.
This is a new color called Presage.
Yes.
So it's somewhere between like a rose water and a dusty rose.
Yeah.
It's kind of in between. It has a few eyedroppers, as I like to say, of some purple in it.
Yeah.
So it's not as pinky as some of those are.
Yeah.
The next one is your tonal floral. And so it's the piece that is the print, no print, but it, it has all the medium tones to light in there. Next is berry. So color you are familiar with. We've got a lot of things in the line called berry, and that's the solid in Quilting Cuddle there. 45 inch, remember, in the solids as well. This is the main piece, really beautiful. One of the things about a 1.5 millimeter is it means that the print goes to the base of the fabric. So the white on the background, when you digital print, sometimes wants to peek through. It just doesn't on this.
It's you don't really see all that white. When you would scrunch it, you would just see white peeking through in all the little creases, and it doesn't have that, which I love.
Me too. It's a big boon for me.
Yes.
So
that's just roses for us, and then this is our next solid. This is juniper, so it also matches our juniper.
And juniper, is a big hot color these days. This shade of green has been really kind of a sagey tone, but we call it juniper.
Yes.
And then the last one in the group is, there's two.
It's just leaves.
It's a little leaf print, but it has a little bit of the berry running around the edges of the dark green leaf.
Yeah.
And then I forgot that the forest is the last piece, the forest solid, and it's really a beautiful shade. Gosh, I know it's not new, but I just love it.
I love forest. It's so pretty. I'm so glad we added it.
Me too. It's a great shade. So that's the Meet Me in the Garden collection. It only comes in the one colorway at this point. And so the quilt that's on the table is all made from it. We'll lean it up here so you can see. But you can see that all the points are matching perfectly. There is just nothing. How great that is. There's nothing different about it than a cotton quilt. If you're just looking at that, you could believe that's a cotton quilt just as easily.
Very much so. It looks as clean as a cotton quilt, and the lines, and but it's not yet. But it feels like Cuddle.
But it's a Cuddle blanket.
That's right.
So, we actually used lots on the back because why? We can. That's the sole reason why we did it.
Yes.
We did some of the pieces, some of the other things that we did. We did Quilting Cuddle on the back. These have a little batting inside, very light batting in them.
Yeah.
But when we're doing displays, we tend to put more batting inside things because the display hangs better for us on the show walls and things like that. So, but I really love what it feels like too.
It feels great.
I have to tell you, I love the batting
on the back. Is so perfect, delicious. And the batting really helps stabilize the piece, but it doesn't feel heavy at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. It's just a perfect weight.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love this piece too. Karen, this was actually the very first piece after the jacket. This was the very first piece that we did, and it's still one of my favorites. I
Me
just
too.
love it. And there's about 6 quilts probably already.
Yeah.
In the Quilting Cuddle of Just Meet Me in the Garden. And then, and of course, stuffed animals is another factor in this that I think are going to be really interesting to see what people can do with it, because the stuffies, you know how sometimes when you're getting into those little bitty places, little tiny things that the regular regular Cuddle sometimes it's a little bulky and it feels like you're struggling a little bit and maybe you want to hand sew something. I don't think you're going to be doing that with this. I think this is going to be one of those pieces that sometimes we blow them up just to make the pattern up so that it makes it a little easier to sew. This, I was told, was not a problem, and it's pretty small. I mean, this little piggy is pretty little. So I think baby toys are going to be really
great.
Does this have a pattern name? I don't think it does have a pattern name on it. Laura, I'm sure, can assist.
Yeah.
Adriana with getting something up there on it. Do you want to talk about bats? Because those are like
look how cute these are. So these are brand new. This is done by Leanne Moses. I don't remember that because we don't have tags on them. Look how I love bats. So as soon as I saw this, oh my gosh, look at these little guys. Look at these little baby bats. So it's really good for all these little turns for stuffed animals and stuff that regular Cuddle and Lux Cuddle is a little harder to work with. So I think that is just so perfect for Quilting Cuddle. Oh my gosh. And Adriana was going to look at the pattern. I don't think we have it yet, but because I think we got these yesterday.
Yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
So they were so cute we couldn't resist not showing you. So it's for our summer.
Put a little pellets in the bottom.
Oh, that's a good idea. I love the little pellet really well on them so that they do.
These guys are so cute and they're so tiny. And look at even these little feet and how tiny they are.
They're little toes
done in Quilting Cuddle.
Look at the little bumps on the toes. Okay.
We get a little closer.
Yeah, look at the little bumpies on the toes. How cute that looks.
Yeah.
And they're just so darling. I think it's so cute flying in a child's room. If you stuck a little piece of fishing line to the ceiling and let them fly around the room, that'd be so cute. They have eyelashes.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about solids for just a second. So let's talk about the colors. Do you want to read the colors, Di, while I grab the next group?
Okay. So the solids we have right now, and again, in the next few months, we were probably doubling this, is Snow, Mandarin, Scarlet, Baby Pink, Fuchsia, Corsage, Berry, Bellflower, Really Purple. Now, Really Purple is a new color for us. We really wanted a true purple kind of color. Our purple in Cuddle 3 is a little bit more electric and a little bit more vibrant. And so this one is a very, middle of the road purple that we've been looking for. So we do really like that. And hopefully as well, we can add it to our Cuddle line. We have Navy, of course. We have True Blue. True Blue is another one that's brand new. And it goes with, it's not for our next line, but it goes with it really well. But it's, again, another middle of the road blue tone. And then we have Jeans, Juniper, Forest, Loden, Coffee, Sand, Ash, Sterling, and Black. So and then up here we have a little piece of Maui.
It's a new color. So every collection, if we don't have colors in the collection, we will add solids to go with that collection so that there's always solids in them.
Yes.
And so we are also, every collection gets a fat quarter pack that's going to be with it, which, by the way, today's gift that we are going to put out there, we're going to do 5 different gifts today, and everybody gets a fat quarter pack.
That's so exciting.
We're going to draw 5 names today. So be sure to share. And we'll be getting that word out there so everybody gets a chance to
drop the rolls or no?
No, we're gonna just we're gonna do a fat quarter pack. It might not come looking like this shape because we've got a little different shape over here that we're working with. It's the same thing.
It's great.
They're still fat quarter packs.
Yeah.
So but it's one of each.
We never really did fat quarter packs. So
no, we really
we've done cakes, we did charms, we've never done fat quarter packs. So I'm really excited.
So each one gets 3 solids 4 solids that went in this one and
Mhm.
5 prints. So there's 9 fat quarters in there. So it will do quite a bit, actually. And that's what we gave all of the Cuddle ambassadors, was 1 fat quarter pack to work with.
Yeah.
And so a few people asked for a little extra yardage to do something when they were doing something on a little bigger scale, but most everybody worked with that. So you can do a pretty good selection of something with it, and then use a Luxe Cuddle at this point for the backing, since we don't have it available quite yet. This first collection is supposed to ship sometime in July. I'm guessing the third week of July is what I'm guessing. So it should be hitting the stores around then. Okay, the next collection.
All right.
Oh wait, 5 in 1.
Oh yeah,
We forgot. There's one SKU that will not be in the fat quarter pack, but you'll understand why in a minute here. We're doing what we're calling the 5 in 1 print. A 5 in 1 print is the design has 5 prints on it. No matter how many are in the collection, there's always going to be 5 prints on there. Each print has 9 inch strips on it. So we've only explained it and haven't really shown it to you, but each one of these sections is 9 inches across and it's running yardage. So if you buy a yard, you'll be getting a piece about this size that we're holding up. This is about a yard piece in the width. It's showing a little bit of heavy on the selvage. We're going to fix that up. This is the first sample that we've received. And so they understand what we want. You could channel quilt just this as it is. You could just put a backing on it and a batting inside and just channel quilt it. It would look like a quilt. Or you can cut it up and redo it. But if we were to put this in a fat quarter pack, you would get a funny shaped piece like this. So we wouldn't want to do that in the fat quarter pack. So it's not going to be included in there, but it is a bolt of fabric that's going to be an extra. A lot of stores that don't have a lot of space were very excited about the idea of being able to have the whole collection like this so that you could use it for a variety of different things. I can't wait for y'all to get this in your hands so that you can start playing with ideas of things to do. You know how quilting's all about cutting up things into little bits and putting it back together again. So this looks like an ideal thing to make our little brain molecules really get crazy and start thinking about what to do with this kind of stuff. So I'm excited about this one too. Teresa, I'm with you on this. I think this is going to be a super fun piece to play around with, and what can we do with it? Big and small projects. You know, like what could you do with 3 yards of this, for instance? What kind of a crazy monster could you build with it? I just can't wait.
I'm so excited to see.
Me too. So this is something new for us. It's been around the industry for a few years now. It kind of comes and goes, and so we're going to revive this idea again and see what we can come up with. Okay, time for the next collection. Woo! And it's a extreme departure from this collection. Yes, in terms of what it looks like. Okay. The next collection is called Wanderlust, and it's kind of that kind of crazy. It's wild in its designs. It's not meant to be like a matchy. They're meant to go together, but not perfect. So that when you start quilting with it, you start seeing the creativity come to life. So, well, should we show it that way first, maybe?
I'll just put it down, and then, boy, this is a big one. Just for now, and then
wowie.
Okay.
Wowie. Okay. So this is Wanderlust. Wanderlust, I'm going to have to lean forward a little. Wanderlust is a collection of 2 colorways, but we kind of intended for you to intermix them a little bit to give the pop of color, or to just kind of be the blendy piece that you wanted to give it a little jazz. So each person can do what they will with it. They will be sold they're sold individually, of course, but in a fat quarter pack, we're going to sell the pink together and we're going to sell the blue separately. So that when you buy it, you could buy just the pink way if you wanted to, so that we're not forcing you to take both pink and blue together. Including the 5 in 1, it will be the blue prints, and then it will be the pink prints on a different bolt. And because there's more than 5 designs, we just eliminated the ones we didn't feel were the right ones for the 5 in 1. So if there were 2 directional, for instance. Okay, first print is the teeny tiny little daisy print. Yay. You want to flip yours?
So little. Yeah.
We're going to show you this header together like this, and then we're going to show you the individual big pieces of it that we finally got. Yeah. All right. This is you can see the animals on this one. This is a cat print. Big cats. So they're tiger
name.
Cheaters.
Cheetahs and leopards and tigers.
One of my favorite prints is the next one. And
Yeah, it's
it's got this
rainbow.
crazy, like, oh, there's so much movement. in
Yeah,
that piece.
like
I
little
just
ribbon
love
rainbows, and they're all just ombre together.
Love it.
And then this is paisley.
Which is kind of a blend of color that just kind of moves around nicely on the fabric as well.
Yes.
And then the damask.
Yes.
So look over here.
Ooh.
Really pretty. I think it's a really pretty piece. And then the main print, the large print, which I've said over and over again, I would wear a blouse out of this if it was a piece of, something, a piece of silk.
Yeah.
But it's a fun print, and it's really added to the whole mix of things.
Yes.
All right, so that's what the collection looks like. We didn't even put the solids in here because we don't have them yet. So
there's a nice little big piece in the box.
Woo. There's the big. Well, let's do these two. See,
So we don't even have this in fabric, the 5-in-1s yet.
not yet. So, right. So you can see that it's a 45 inches across the width of the fabric. And then the length is the running yardage once again. So this is a salvage and this is a salvage. They're all 9 inches. Each time is when it switches. So it's a very busy piece when they're all together, but I think that's part of the fun of this. And then you could, again, channel quilt that. Wouldn't that be fun? This one I think is even better than a channel quilted cheater quilt.
Yeah, it looks really great. There you go.
There you are.
So again, salvage is salvage, and it's, I think these look so great together because they're all just very kind of just busy pieces.
By the way, it's just an art form just to hold the paper straight.
It really is. I'm like, woo.
It's a mental illusion.
Yeah.
Or delusion. I'm not sure which it is.
I know my arm keeps like tilting.
It wants to go the opposite way. I know this is going to be so fun, isn't it? I'm excited too, you guys. I see the excitement there in your writings, and I don't know if all the pieces are here for this collection, but let's do the pink one first.
Yeah.
I'll let you get started there.
So again, this is daisies. Daisies is just a really tiny daisy. It's like daisies in like 6 different colors, all blended together. It's such a good blender piece.
I think that's going to be fun. When the collection first comes out, we're going to probably use them all together. But then as the collection starts to age and we start getting more prints and more things together, I think we'll start taking this out and just doing something with that, with a fuchsia piece and maybe a baby pink or something. So,
and this is the big cats in a big form.
You can see the repeats are good. We work very hard on these repeats so that they're not stampy.
Yes.
We're not fans of stampy things.
So like the stamps. And simple as the mask.
Which has got a little bit different color. We added a bit of turquoise and a little bit of the purpley tone in there, like a lavendery tone in that. So it grabs back from the blue group too.
Yes.
And this one also got a little bit of the purple in it, the lavender tone in it. So look at the movement in that piece. So when you see a big one of this, I think it really changes it. So
I think so too.
It gives you a whole new feeling for what to do with it. And then the last one is the big print, which stunner. It's just so pretty.
Yeah. Even
the art on this one was just beautiful and what it looked like. Love it. So, okay, I'm just looking quickly at make sure we're not missing anything here in the notes. Not saying anything we have to address. And then this one, every one of these could be something I could make a dress out of if it was, a dress fabric.
Yeah.
But there was a baby dress out of it at the show. Holy moly. It gave me a whole new idea for baby clothes with it, little baby dresses and things. I can't wait to do something with it. I think that one's darling. Wouldn't that make the cutest baby dress?
Very much so, yes.
So that one's a basis of the blue tone, and then this one is a basis of a purple tone.
Yeah.
So we all know that purple and blues all just are really happy together. So
put a little bit of the green in there to kind of go back to the pink line too. So
right, and then this one has the base of it is the green
with a little bit of a purple blue big cat,
almost a little periwinkle tucked into there.
Marlin,
Marlin
goes good.
There's a lot of other things that go with it. So if you wanted the Marlin to go with it, and there isn't a Marlin in the quilting Cuddle, so what? Use a C3. Yeah. You know what? It's not going to hurt you, and it'll be your end result will be great. It might be fussy or just so for a second, but you'll be okay.
So this has like the really purple in there with a little bit of that Maui in the background.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, it is
really pretty. That's where the Maui comes in.
Yeah.
Oh, and then this one. Gosh. Look at that. You know what? We didn't see
We
that.
didn't see that
We
in the
didn't see that in
pink.
the other, in the pink colorway. Sorry, you guys. We didn't have a piece of that one. These are strike offs, so we're kind of, you know, relegated.
These are still very blue, so we're all new here.
There you go. There's
And a
the
big
print.
floral.
Yep.
It has just like the blues and the greens and the purples and a little bit of pink to go back to the pinks.
Okay. So have you enjoyed us going over the Quilting Cuddle again? Because we don't want to waste anybody's time, but we also want you all to feel like you're getting to know what this is about and why you need this and why we need to look into it more. So tell us if you want to keep going on this, because we have 2 more collections to show you, or we'll skip over to the new stuff that's coming. So you tell us what you want to do.
And in the meantime, we'll give Lisa her dues on this incredible quilt she made out of Wanderlust, and she put in some of the solids that match that. So gorgeous.
It is. She did a fabulous job. We said we want a statement piece that's going on the wall at H&H, and she did just that. So if you've ever seen any of the H&H pictures, I'm sure you could relate to what this piece looked like on a wall and how beautiful it would be on a bed in a house or on a wall in the house as well.
Yeah.
It's just going to be, it's so pretty. She used the solids beautifully and then machine quilted the whole thing. She did use, the back is
her luxe, and so this is carnation and hide.
And
it's so pretty.
You can see the quilting pattern on the back of that too, which I think is worthy of a look.
Yes.
So you've got your texture of hide on the back, but then she's also got the quilting pattern, which is like a circles. And it just looks really great. I'm telling you, Alice, the points are so sharp on every single thing that I have gotten back from all of our amazing Cuddle ambassadors. They're so good at this, and they just did such a great job to make sure that it showed off the product the best. And I'm just so proud of all of them for the amount of work that they did in the speed in which they did it. If literally 2 weeks before market was really when the bulk of the product got here, they probably got it in their hands with less than 2 weeks to sew most of these things, and they just sewed like troopers that they are, just to throw everything else down, and probably the family's off eating, you know, McDonald's every night or something. All right, let's grab the next group.
Okay.
I saw that somebody said, let's keep going.
Okay. All right. So this is our brand new, not a double header, but this is called Cottage Rose Lane, and this is in the Seashell Meadow colorway. So it's this very beautiful pink with a little bit of a like shellish in there, but it's still pink with a very light green, and it's so reminiscent of like an English garden.
Yeah,
you know.
I think so too. You want to go around the front? Do you think
Okay.
it's here?
Yeah, maybe we'll go on the front. So we'll start with this very one, and even though I made all these names, I will tell you that they're hard, and I commend anybody that can memorize them. So this top one is Briar Meadow. Maybe I'm a little too far underneath the light. Let's see. This looks white.
Should we do the bigger pieces?
Maybe we should do the bigger. It's just the light kind of drowns out the screen, but the screen is a very light green.
You know what? Maybe we should do the bigger pieces. I've got plenty of them, and they're just about the right size. Maybe we're gonna switch.
Have all of them?
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like they're all here.
Okay.
Oh, I think I'm seeing everything.
Okay. Good.
All right.
You can really see it then.
Okay, so you know, one of the things that people were really excited about were the bags.
Yes.
And this collection for me, when we get past all the baby things that I want to do out of it, and the little girls' little sweet things that I just can't wait to get started doing, I think the bags, like cosmetic bags, or some of these other like more of a hand type bag, but the cosmetic bag situation is just kind of exciting to me to do with it.
This one.
Yeah, like that one. We'll show you that one in just a second. Where all this fun zippered effect, and they're using the Quilting Cuddle on the insides of them as well. So of course it's softy inside as well, and gosh, it's just so cute. And then all the machine embroidery that they were doing on it, it just machine embroiders so nicely. Look at how perfect that is. And then she even did a handle out of it with the hardware and stuff. Super cute. Just super cute. Yeah. And then this one, that was super popular.
Yeah. So this is just, again, it's like, I loved this one because even just like up on the zipper, there's a little like band of a different print in there. Inside, you see, it looks like something you can just go buy.
Yeah,
it's
and
so
they'd be
cool.
super expensive.
Yeah.
To buy this like this.
Yeah, I love this little piece. And so out of this line would be so cute. The very just like little shabby chic type of line. Want to come up?
Yeah, let's come up.
Okay.
We're going to help out
Yeah.
Kylo, the photographer here, videographer. And
See,
you told us when we get too
I
close to
know.
these big lights that she told us.
Yeah.
We're trying not to
All
find
right.
a happy medium here.
So this one is Windsor.
So it's a sweet little, there's a rosebud in the center of that, and it's just a sweet little dot.
And I know it looks a little dusty pink. It's not. It's a little bit more shellish in there.
Oh, going the wrong way.
Yeah.
So
These
it's called
are a little bit
Seashell
brightest,
is the name of the color in the background there. And it's got a little bit of a like corally.
It does.
touch
It
to
does. All right. So this is just our gingham.
So gingham, we'll probably see a bunch more of gingham coming up in the near future because the ginghams have turned out to be something everybody's loving.
Yeah.
It's a bias gingham. Can't go wrong with a bias gingham.
No.
I think this one we will show together with the other one. So let's do this.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, let's just do this one.
Okay.
This is one of my favorites. The little
this one.
stripe.
Yeah, so I believe this is Notting Hill.
And then I'm gonna throw the little
Look at that.
This
is bitty dot.
It's got a little tiny dot. It's so hard to see
Yeah.
on camera, but it's just got this tiny little sweet dot. We're calling it a bitty dot. So it's a pin dot, if you're familiar with that. Okay, and then we've switched it out with the greens in the same collection. And so it's the what's it called?
So this is Brighton.
What's the name of the green?
Oh, Meadow. Sorry.
Meadow. So it's Meadow and Seashell are the solids in this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're using white to go with it as well. So
yeah,
the dot's slightly bigger.
Yes, the dot is slightly bigger. So this has a little grayish cast on the screen. It's very bright in person. It's very sweet,
very clear,
cheerful,
bright,
and clear.
Not the right word.
Yeah, clear. It's not as grayish. It has a little gray cast that you can see.
But it's super sweet.
Yeah, so this is Kensington. Little tiny meadow. And again, it has that green in the background.
If I were ever going to call something we did a calico, this is the one.
Yes.
Sweet. Love it. And then one of the main pieces is just an
Mayfair, sorry.
It's an overall and it has a tiny dot in the background. It's just you barely see it through the background there.
Yeah.
Super sweet. And then the other floral piece, same color tone. It's just got a little bit of the darker green in it now. And it does have a tiny dot in the background too, which is hard to see here again.
Yeah. And this is Briar. But yeah. Oh my gosh, I love this one.
And then it comes with the dot, with the bitty dot. Put too many hands?
Too many hands.
Not enough hands, I guess.
Not enough. So this is again a just nice little green pin dot there.
So you can see the dot this time now.
Very pretty. I think a little like crib set, a nursery out of this. I think a guest room. I love how English cottage. You know, have you ever seen the movie The Holiday?
Yes.
With Kate Winslet. It's like her like little cottage, and this would be so cute with it.
This piece,
yes, the 5-in-1 is perfect.
I want to do a baby quilt just out of that. Just like that. I want to do so many things. I just can't stop. I can't stop coming up with ideas right now. I cannot. This one's going to be easier to see than the previous one was.
Yes.
Because of the, obviously.
All right. You're going to try and make me remember these now by myself. This is Brighton, I believe.
Yeah, I think that is.
And so this is Blue Bonnet, which is kind of a cornflower. Yep. It's really accurate to the screen.
Yeah, this one's really good.
A really beautiful bright red in there. We're going to put Cardinal Solid to go with this.
So it's kind of got a Americana-y feel.
Very Americana.
But at the same time, you can then just do all blue and not really red in it, and it's no longer of the Americana collection. Look at how pretty that.
I think it's Yorkshire. It's a little different than the other rose. It doesn't have the dots in the background and it has the leaves instead.
We changed it up.
We changed it up because we could.
And then this is
again the gingham.
What am I going to make out of this, Diana?
A little girl's dress with daisies embroidered on the bottom.
Yes, I can't wait to do it.
So cute.
I can't wait. The daisies, I can't wait to figure out how I'm going to do that. So any
Yeah.
ambassador out there that's got an idea how I'm getting my daisies on my the hemline of my little girl's dress. So, we, if you are familiar with this print, we changed it up just a little bit since we first introduced it. It used to have a navy ground and we switched it to a white ground. It looks 1,000 times better in my opinion. And it's a navy dot inside there, which is no other navy really in the collection. There's some other darker blues in it, but really navy per se. This is where it comes in. So when you want to just use this print, which I think it will happen, especially when we get to Mother's Days and things like 100%. That, you know, you're going to start seeing that just the red rose, and it's got that little tiny bit of pink in the background of the rose.
Yes. And that is Briar. We wanted to know our favorites. I don't know why we both love this one.
I know it. I want to
put pajama bottoms so cute. This is Notting Hill. Oh my gosh. And I love the little ditty flowers in there. Yeah, so cute.
So cute. And then here's the little
the little bitty dot. Little bitty dot that goes with it. Look how pretty that is.
Yeah. So it's going to be, that's going to not be cardinal. It's going to be a little bit brighter because we're going to use a couple shades of red inside.
Yes.
And then I love this one too. I don't know why this makes me so happy.
Yes.
So the little coin dot, which is the smaller of the two coin dots. And again, the little sweet flower inside. I mean, I think this is going to be fun for the 250th anniversary.
I think so.
Here's this little guy. This one, the strike off isn't perfect on this one because it's got a little bit more color in it than this one is showing off right now. But it's just darling.
Look how cute that is.
They're going to be so cute together. You can't stand it.
This whole collection. I can't wait for the
projects to come.
Ambassadors, all of you guys to just do stuff and show us.
So it's a combination of red and pink because, you know, a gingham is a woven typically, but so when you print it, you have to print it in a way that shows off that lighter box that's in there. And so it's got the red and the pink together. Really, really cute.
So cute.
You know, and who doesn't love a good
and Laurel, we're gonna add some more dots. We're gonna add some basic prints. I think just as a collection on its own.
Yeah.
In different colors. So
for sure.
Stripes and dots and stuff like that.
We don't even have a picture of the 5-in-1 for that, but you get the feeling.
Yeah. It's not in the big one.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not there. No. So, okay, that is Quilting Cuddle. So that's where we are today. So the first collection, like I said, is going to ship in sometime in July. The second collection, which is Wanderlust, is probably just a smidge later than that. And then the next one, which is the Cottage. Oh my gosh.
Cottage Rose Lane.
Yes, I'm in wrong order. That's coming in September.
Yeah.
And then the new collections that we're working on right now, I'm not exactly sure the delivery dates, but we're going to work on it and we're going to come up with some new ideas, just doing some different kinds of things. So super fun, and we can't wait to go start working on them. So,
someone else asked about Shop Your Fabric, so we
Google. So I suggest, Carol, look for quilt shops. Because the quilt shops carry more product than any other place. So you'll find them. You do find them on Etsy. You will find them in some of the big shops as well. But try your local quilt shops first. Ask at your local quilt shops as well to carry Cuddle. And then you can go to our store locator as well and just see who's in the area of where you want to shop, or if your favorite quilt shop that isn't near your home is there, or just reach out and just ask your favorite quilt shop. There isn't, I don't have a website per se that to tell you today. There are probably even retailers on here right now that would love to tell you about their stores. And so if you want to say something about your store and to come shop with you, you're welcome to do that right now. Thanks for joining us today. Diane Vick is on here right now, and she does have a huge line of Cuddle products. She'll, of course, have Quilting Cuddle. I've already seen her order, so I know she's going to have it for you. And so we're super excited to be able to share this new product with you. It's a big deal in Shannon's launch of 2025. And the whole concept has been something that Arvin's been working on for a minute and wanted to put together. And so we internally are very motivated for you all to have exposure to it and get your chance to play with it and see the product and understand why we're so excited. So that's the end of that infomercial.
Carla, we are not going to do it this year, but probably next year. She asked for holiday gifts.
Yes, we actually tossed it around.
We did,
but we felt like it was just a little later than what we had. You know, we had to make sure that it was going to be received like we thought it would. Yeah. And then. Yeah. So we actually tabled the Halloween Christmas conversation for this year. But you know, we'll have to start working on that in about 3 months.
Yeah, probably.
To get next year's. Yeah, so we're definitely thinking about it. But
Yeah.
it'll probably be more collection driven as well, not just the one-off pieces. We probably will do a few what we'll call maybe, I don't know, what do you want to call them? Just pieces like we were thinking about doing like a little collection of just boy prints and a little collection of girl prints.
Mhm.
Not that they coordinate so much together, but it would be like a monster and a dinosaur and a something or other. And then we would do a little girl's version of the same sort of thing where there are just a few prints in the Quilting Cuddle. So then you could tuck them into other things that we're doing.
Yeah.
So maybe you could take a floral, or not a floral, but a crazy piece out of Wanderlust that went with something to do with the dinosaurs in the blues. And then you could create your own quilt palette with it. We're going to try to help you as much as we can with coordinated things. So that's a little different way than what we've done things in the past.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Which colors would you like to see in the Quilting
That's
Cuddle?
us.
Okay. All right. Diet. Is it time to start the new designs?
I think new prints is up. So
Yeah.
I think we'll go for Halloween.
Yeah. Let's do Halloween.
Okay.
That's the one at the very top of your pile right there, another giant spider.
So cute. How cute this spider is. Oh my gosh, who is this? Sweetbriar Sisters. Look how cute.
And it's out of, he's so good. He's out of Encore.
Oh,
So only
he's fun.
only a Shannon spider could be built out of Encore,
I know.
right? Okay. I love this print.
I love this print too. So we just have so this is Halloween and this is called Batty Witch. And it's so fun. You want to get up there? Or not? I guess we could see.
I think we can.
Yeah, the colors are very accurate. It has a very dark black ground and then these bright blues that electrify these like homes. And you can see right in here.
Can you zoom in any more on that? There's a witch.
There's a witch silhouette.
You all the way in? Let's take it up and let's see that little witch. Because I think it's a factor of this fabric that is so cute.
It is. Okay, let's see where that. Oh, there it is.
Find the baddie girl.
Okay, right in the center there.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. Look how cool that is. And look at the bat right there too. So you see these little silhouettes of the bat and the witch, and you can see the wart on her nose. That's how good it is. I love this one. I love the yellow peeking out for the windows.
And this is a piece of
Marlin.
marlin. And when you put that
so cool
crazy
together.
marlin with it, it really
Yeah.
just pops it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Really wanted to pop. Midnight goes with this. A lot of this
turquoise.
dark turquoise.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones that go with this one.
Yeah.
Black, of course. If you want to,
And of
just
course the yellows too.
keep it, keep it nice and dark.
Really
All
cool.
right.
Okay. Oh, here. I see a pile of Halloween right there.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cute.
You're gonna love this
We
one.
got a lot of conversation.
Yeah. What is this one? Oh yeah, bow ties. Or booties. Look how cool that one is. So this has little bows on these kind of dusty ghosts because they're a little dirty. They have like little patches on them.
You know, ghosts.
I love it. I love it.
They drag their
their sheets.
around with them. Little patches. The patches are so funny.
Yeah, the patches on these are so funny.
And the boo in it just cracks me up.
Yeah.
So you can really see how cute that. Well,
I'm going up again.
Okay. I'm not loving how far away we are.
I know. We got to get a little closer next time. So you can see those little patches on the bottom of their sheets. I love this one. It's so cute. So it's a gray in the background, a little bit much like alloy, and black goes with this pumpkin rust. We have willow rust right behind us. So we're gonna put that with it. There it is.
The rust is super cute with it. This is rust willow.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Cute it is.
This got a smile out of every single person that I showed to at H&H.
What was
Every
the
single
orange?
person.
And the one shown is rust. Pumpkin goes with this as well. It's a little bit of more of those toned down oranges.
Okay, move the table a little forward.
Okay.
So hopefully it doesn't collapse
Yeah.
on us now.
Just leave that out.
Okay.
Sorry. All right. I'll keep going with this one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's go through it.
Let's see. These are all just folded up nice and tight. And this one is Spellbound. I like how I make up the word.
She makes them up,
names.
can't remember them. I like this one.
I love this one.
This has got the spooky stuff, but not so spooky
Yes.
stuff in it. So
Yeah.
I love the plaid and the polka dot pumpkins in it and stuff. I think this is a goodie. It'll probably be around a couple years.
I love it. I love the colors again. Rust goes with this. Pumpkin goes with this. You can see the rust right next to it. Look how great that looks.
Yeah, it's easy.
And also, I have something unexpected to go with this.
We'll take it to the
because-
front.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Why not? You want to take that one?
Okay, first of all, this delicious piece of fabric that I can't believe
Yeah.
is what it is. I just love it. But look how cool that goes with it. So what is this? This is Bailey Bunny.
That's right.
So it's that beautiful bunny that
Mhm.
has that very long fiber that we have actually sheared the centers out. And of course, it's dark underneath. So you can see that dark belly that it has. So the dark belly pulls out all that. And then the light tippy tones just really do some
Yeah.
fun things for it. But I can't tell you, the softness of this
Mhm.
Bailey is crazy.
So it's so soft. It's just whisper soft. I don't
Yeah.
know, there's something just
There
so
is-
delicate and
Just that.
it's really like
It is a bunny.
It is.
It's a bunny.
I know we keep saying that,
I
but
know
until
it.
everybody feels this and understands what we're saying, we're gonna keep
We're
saying
going to
it.
keep saying it's just like a bunny.
Yeah, come on, guys. All right. So this one is part of our Halloween, but it's not quite Halloween.
Yeah, we did it because it's been something that's been asked for a while.
Yeah.
People have been asking for a good celestial piece
Yeah.
that isn't a seasonal celestial. So that's why we chose not to put it into a Halloween fair about it. So,
Yeah.
But we are releasing it at the same time as Halloween
Yeah.
just because we didn't know how to merchandise it as well without.
Yeah.
I
This is
personally,
called Oracle Skies. I go on. What do you say?
I was going to say Heather did
Phenomenal.
yes. This is
Phenomenal.
one of my favorite things that Heather's ever done.
Yeah.
That she's changed the background of that. So
Well, I wish we had the artwork.
I wish you could see it.
And I mean, I think only we know where it is, but the artwork is black with all of these as whites. I can't even reach over here. And there's none of this shading in it. She put silver and gold. So much goes with this. Midnight, navy, ink, marlin. I chose golden.
But I want you to
Okay.
see
Oh yeah.
how look at the
Look at the
detail.
lines.
All that little detail that people say you can't get. And I really want you to get this one moon right in here. This moon.
Oh yeah.
that-
Look
it's
at that.
almost lacy inside
It
there.
is.
That people say you can't get the detail in the cuddle, but come on.
Yeah,
look
you
at
can.
that. Now look at this gold piece that she has right here to go with it.
Woo,
So that's
it really brightens it up. It's Tide Golden. It brightens it up so much. I could have put blue with it, blue, but you know blue's gonna go with that.
Yeah,
So
but
really wanted to show something
Marlin goes great.
yeah,
But you know what else kind of does is some of those sandier camely pieces.
yeah,
Also, if you want to dull it down a little bit, you want to take
Yes.
it down a notch, go with the camely things because
Yeah.
it does go nicely with it. I really like this piece. I'm very happy
love it.
and very happy that that Heather put the work
Yeah.
into it to make
Because
to
we
make it
weren't
be-
gonna do a multicolored grammar. We were looking at like plain, midnight, black, stuff like that, and it turned out perfect.
Okay, you saw a sneak peek of this one during the oh my gosh, that looks so good. During the ad for
Oh,
our
yeah.
live today. But I can't get over how cute this piece is. Okay,
Look how good. Oh,
oop, pull back just a little
yes,
bit.
you can really see that light green ground.
So it's a
little
nice,
grayer.
a little. It's very
Mhm.
good shade of sage in the background.
Not quite. Yeah, just looks grayer on screen. It is. It's almost like the meadow
Yeah, it's almost
in the
like that.
ground.
This could not be more perfect, by
Yeah.
the way, in the way that it coordinates back with it. It makes me so happy in person.
Yeah.
But you can see like there's a little bit of a yellow moons in there. They're very
Mhm.
pale. And then she did, there's pinks and
Mhm.
lavenders in here. So that's all kinds of shades of pink and lavender. So I think it won't be hard at all to match up with this. Anything in the lavendery, bellflowery, baby pinks, blush,
Yeah.
probably even hot pink is probably going to go there nicely with it. And then a few green shades. Really cute little piece. Little fun.
And possibly goes with the very popular movie.
Possibly. Okay.
Not great. Technically I can draw fall prints though. Halloween prints. We can do it now.
Yeah, because I don't see any. I think that's the end of the Halloween prints.
Yeah. So we'll go into our fall, winter kind of prints, including this one.
Monster wants to leave. Although he's so cute, maybe I should get him out because he goes. So cute. This is one of those. I forget. Oh, shiny happy world monsters that I think are just so darn cute. It's out of one of our kits too. It's not a kit, but it's a
Yeah.
pack.
It is. It's our fun fur. Our fun fur pack. And a dreamy.
So it's a dreamy body.
Yeah.
And then the C3 pieces that are inside to be able to make. It's just so darn cute. Look at that.
So cute.
And then look at how it goes with this.
I know. It's
guys-
so perfect. Look at
You know,
that.
you always think you got enough of these monsters and dinosaurs
Yeah.
and all this stuff, but nope, there's never
And then we
enough.
see a new one and we love it.
And I
Just
love
as much.
this one.
Yeah, so this is Tickle Monster. Look how cute that is. I love these guys. They just remind me of Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And it's so fun. Such a fun way to do monsters. They're not scary. They're, kooky.
And they're very right now this is a very in color palette.
It is. Yeah.
It goes with woodland
Mm-hmm.
to sand to camelish colors. Tons
Loaded.
of Loden greens and forest
Yeah.
is in there. Black is in there.
Mhm.
There's blues then, like Poseidon goes with it, and like dusty blue, powder blue goes with it. There's just so many things and then the one that we have out here is the basil.
Yes.
So that's the cutie patootie that basil in oh my God.
Vienna.
Heavens.
I know. Look how great that goes.
Wow.
Goes.
What a cute boys' room is that?
That's so cute. Just right there. Look at the monster in that. Oh,
I could sit here right
Done.
now and just plan a whole boys' room out of that. Can we just stop doing the video for a
Right.
second and we'll just plan this boys' room? Because I can't tell you how much I love that thing.
okay. What is the
Really
name
cute.
for the pattern for the spider? They call it Spooky Spider by Sweet Briar Sisters.
Sweet Briar Sisters. They've got quite a few little cute things. Okay. Monster Black.
Monster. Okay, so I guess we'll go into fall, more into that, which are these ones. So
Okay.
let's go.
Okay, so
into-
it's kind of fall winter. It's not just fall.
yeah,
Because
fall winter. Sorry, and I would say fall.
these are just our internal.
Yeah.
thoughts. Maybe if I get up with that one.
I know.
Because I think that guy's going to show up. Like
Isn't
me.
it so cute? So this is Frosty Friends.
Look at
these.
they're in swimsuits. Oh my God! Look how
The
cute they look.
sweaters and scarves and,
And swimsuits.
earmuffs and swimsuits. Old timey swimsuits. Look how cute he is. I love him.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And the red is kind of cherryish, and so
Mhm.
they're not like traditional colors that you would think of. So this is kind of a frosty denim-y tone,
Yeah.
and then the green is not too hot, and
Mm-hmm. Little
just
sprucey
so cute.
evergreen.
And then they're pumpkin feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love this one. And so we put willow jeans with this.
so look how good that looks.
So
together.
perfect.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, there's many choices that we
Yeah.
could have put with it.
And these are really small. Usually we make them kind of big. This is my, oh, can't see it. Let me just scoot over. My finger. Look how tiny they are. I don't have a big hand either, guys. So
Oh, that's probably
I mean 2 inches.
2 inches.
2 inches, yeah.
And you can see there's a little trees in the background. That's what those little
Oh
guys
yeah,
are.
little
The
gray trees.
little pale trees.
Very, yeah, and little snowflakes there too.
Oh, so cute.
So cute. We love penguins.
We do. Every time we say we have enough penguins, we don't have enough penguins.
No,
Never enough.
Never
penguins.
enough penguins.
Okay. Because I think there's another one. That
Yes.
goes with this.
So
This one has been like underviewed, I think, because
Yeah.
you say, oh, it's just a snowflake. It is not just a snowflake.
you know what we're gonna have to do? We gotta go up again.
It is a beautiful snowflake.
Look at this thing. Look at this. It is these beautiful blues with a little bit of green in there. They look like hand painted watercolor snowflakes. They're so gorgeous.
Oh, so can you imagine a quilt, a white with this as a whole quilt
Yeah.
together? Just
Oh.
use white with it. Maybe a
So
little
beautiful.
dazzle with some silver glitter
Yeah.
on it or something tucked in there, and then you can make your back.
Yeah. So I put Galaxy Pacific with this because look at that.
So maybe we'll put the back of the.
Yeah.
Laura, I want a quilt out of this. I think this is so pretty. Oh my word. The more I look at this piece, the happier I get with it. Maybe we need to add a little green into the quilt too.
That'd be
because that
beautiful.
green is
Yes.
so beautiful in there.
The green is perfect.
This is where a lot of times ideas get birthed is when we're showing them to you guys. We see them, you know, in paper form. We see them in small little chunks and we're doing like little things like this when we're doing our strike offs. But when we get to see them in the big pieces like that, it starts to like bubble inside of us too. And we want.
That's all we want.
Okay.
Too close.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. So, you know.
Oh, this one, you guys. This could be my favorite print of the
What we're gonna
day.
have to do. Get up here again.
Yeah, this could be my favorite.
Look how beautiful this is. It's so Heather did such a great job on this like color combination of this and these leaves. And
so you see all of that background where it's the opacity is just down and it's just so beautiful showing it off. And it's everything from black cherry to autumn to a reddy, like a crimson color in there. There's things like any of these blue tones in that, like what we just had. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do that.
The Pacific. Yes.
And anything that is in those green shades, it's all about deep foresty tones. I think you could turn this into 10 quilts that are so vastly different from each other. And then there's the golden tones. I didn't even talk about any of the golden tones that are in there. Plus, it goes with things like wild rabbits and things like that just add all those extra flavors to it. I bet you it looks good with even some of the foxes.
Yes.
You know, but let's now look at what it looks like with this.
Look at that.
So when you get that and those blue tones together, but I have to show you the stunner of stunners.
I had to choose this one. And it just tells you the difference of what the blue looks like versus the black cherry and willow.
So that's look at that cherry. You guys, I can't tell you how beautiful it looks with that black cherry. And then she's taken, this is like a black cherry that turns into a dark sea. That's so pretty.
So beautiful. I want something just out of that.
Me too.
For sure.
Me too. I think that is just so nice.
But yes, Lisa, we don't get fall that looks like this, and we wish we did.
Yeah.
So we have to make it.
We have no idea what fall like this looks like in LA.
Okay, let's see. So our next one. Okay. This looks so cute, you guys. This is just a cute little sweet, like to me, like you know, those golden book type of
I was telling them that my dad had a book like this when he was a little guy, and it reminds me so much of the artwork that's in there. You know, it's got the 3 bears. It's not really 3 little bears, but it's 3 bears in there. But we can pretend whatever we want it to be. You know, and then it's got the moose, and of course the little oh my gosh,
the fox.
Yes, the
squirrel.
fox is darling.
And my favorite is the mouse and the mushrooms.
So there's the bunny right there, and then the mouse and the mushroom. Oh, where do you go?
Look at that! Look at that! Look at
that! Look at that! The mouse and the mushroom house.
So cute. I just think this is so sweet and so.
I kind of have to point out the crazy squirrelish thing up here. We're not even sure what he really is.
We don't know.
Crazy looking. I kind of like him.
Like a flying squirrel. Maybe that's why he's so crazy looking. So we have a normal squirrel down there, and we got his rabid friend up there.
And an owl. There's an owl.
There is an owl in that
which
one.
we don't see very many owls in them.
I know.
So, and then we did 2 shades of green. So it's like a blue green and a yellow green.
Yes.
So you've got both of those to work with. We've got all kinds of brownie tones and cocoa-y tones, then into the rustier shades. So again, it's going to be one of those that a lot of things go, but Diana grabbed this one again that it looks great.
Yes.
With it.
So it's chocolate almond, Bunny Bailey. Again, I think it's so sweet. If you made a baby blanket out of this,
you'd be a hero.
Yeah.
If you showed up at the shower with this combination, you'd just be a complete hero.
Yeah.
These match perfect
so cute.
Together.
Any of the red fox is going to go with this, though. Any of the wild rabbits, anything ginger, anything rust. You're going to have so many options for this one, which I love.
Me too. So happy.
But I can't stop petting Bunny Bailey, so that's what I chose. Okay, let's go into cloud, and we'll transition into Christmas.
Okay.
Maybe?
Yeah, sure. I'm with you.
Yeah. Cool. we'll go into this one then.
Okay, so clouds. It's time for some new cloud cuddles. And so one of the things y'all have been asking for, not only is more in the way of Christmas type pajama bottoms, but we needed to add like a boy pajama bottom. And so what guy doesn't like a good blue plaid for pajama bottoms? So that's what we chose this one. So it's a combination of navy, a little tiny bit of rust, and some denim tones rust. I meant to say royal, like a royal, like midnight actually. And nobody, you didn't catch me on the rust.
I didn't. I'm like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
look great. Orange and blue are complementary. If anybody doesn't know what cloud is, I know we have a lot of regulars, but we did have some new people on here. Cloud is a double-sided.
It's brushed on the backside, so it's super soft on the backside. So it makes great pajama bottoms. It makes pullover hoodie types. It makes the zip up the front hoodies. It makes a little sleep sacks for kids when they're in their car seats and it's cold, and you could even leave it in the car with that, or just one of the blankets that has the holes in it so that it goes inside the seat belt of a car seat. So because it's so easy to put together quickly. I love it for a travel blanket as well. That when on the airplane, I always feel like I want to take my big cuddle blanket on the airplane, but then I get to that point where I've got so much stuff that I say to myself,
I want to carry this around.
Exactly. I don't want to carry it. But then I carried a cloud cuddle blanket with me one day.
You didn't even carry a cloud cuddle blanket. You cut it off. It has a scrap of fabric, and it worked.
She tattled. I didn't even hem it. I did shake the cuddle dust off. And that's what I took. And I was quite content. Thank you very much with that. And
if you just hem or serge the edges of this, it's so perfect. It's so lightweight. So, but it's still so cuddly and soft. So you really get it still.
You know what I also love about Cloud Cuddle too is we did a blanket right out of the gate. When we first had the sunflower, we did back-to-back Cloud Cuddle, and then they bound it with a luxe around the outside edge. There is like a marshmallowy perfectness about that that I could not tell you how much I loved.
Yeah.
We need to do more of those because I think they really show off with the Cloud Cuddles.
Yeah.
The extra puff of Cloud Cuddle because it's got that brushed front and back on it so that it's so soft, and it's just there's a silkiness about it that I really like.
Yeah. And I put little bunny ink with it, and it goes so cute. I think a little robe, lining with this.
We didn't even say robe.
I know. We didn't say robe.
It's the most obvious thing to make out of it because you don't have to worry about what are you putting on the inside of it then. And so you can just do a single layer. And we even have a robe pattern on our website that's super simple. It's just all rectangles that you cut out and you just put together. They're so great out of these. It's a great class if you're trying to figure out how to teach classes that are quick and easy. It serges like crazy. We've been playing with the serger a lot lately, and serging on Cloud Cuddle is so easy. I recommend it if you're trying to teach a young one some sewing skills. I think working on the Cloud Cuddle is a great thing. Make a pillow, do something simple like that first, and then move into a pair of pajama bottoms. Yeah. They'll be able to do it with you, no problem. Just no problem. So easy to work with. And then this cutie patootie that we've had this out like 3 times to build it, and we are finally gotten it done.
Yeah. It's called Jolly Waddle.
Jolly Waddle.
Look how cute it is. I know.
Look at how cute. Would this be for, so here's one of the things we did. We did that blue pajama bottom in the plaid, and we put blue in here on purpose so that they could be a family jammas. So the kids could be in this, and dad and the boys could be, or the older boys could be in the plaid, or dad and mom in the plaid, and the kids in this, because it's kind of a unisex.
Yeah, we did here.
Waddle
this up. So we get some things, waddle this up.
Sleeve in the picture.
Let's get this guy.
Nope, sleeve in the picture again. Thank you.
Woo. So this is Snowflake Scarlet with it.
Look how cute.
Look how cute that is.
Oh, that's
reds, evergreen, the blues. It's just, I love this piece. I think it's so cute. And they're so tiny again. Look how tiny they are.
We did them small on
purpose. So if you want to do like little pajamas, they're not gonna, get lost.
You see a little 3-year-old running around in this with pajamas.
What about like a little like snow cover up,
zip up? Yes, full body. Like waddle around.
Christmas stories
type
of thing. Yeah,
that's what I
want to see. feel.
All right. So then this is the next one that we just couldn't resist when we saw the artwork on this and thought about, again, pajama bottoms. Thanks, Di. That we thought about pajama bottoms and how fun this is. So this is about an inch and a quarter high. So they're small enough to where you're going to get a lot of hole on there. And so I just think it's just the cutest. I want a pair of pajama bottoms.
I think this is so cute.
People would wear these in
I
public.
love it.
This is a public pajama bottom
moment.
I just think it's so fun. It would make the cutest little robe.
A cute onesie, like adult onesie.
Oh, an adult onesie. Yeah. Oh my God, that's funny. That's what's pajama day?
Yeah.
We wear pajamas to work. Diana, you should have that memorized.
April. It's the day after tax day.
Diana, I can't wait for that day.
We now need a winter pajama day.
But that would also be cute mixed with this. With the
for sure. And so we did that on purpose where they all kind of go together and they mix together. We have another one down here. Yep. It might be our last one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we also kind of looked at what ready to wear is doing in pajama bottoms, and presents is another thing that you're seeing all over the place in pajama bottoms and that kind of look. And so we did kind of I'm going to call this like a 50s vibe on this. The color palette, it's kind of got that washed out red, which just kind of turns out to be like a watermelon-y color. And so it's just a look that is very popular in that retro-y look. And so it's just a fun little, I think these are going to make the cutest little
lounge pants. I think that's what I want. This is the one I want. I love this one.
Look at it with, look, another piece of bunny.
I went a little crazy with the bunny this time.
But look how
at
good.
That. That's Ivy bunny. So it's a little Ivy's
no. That's not Ivy.
That's sorry, lily pad.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Lily pad. Yep. It looks like Ivy on here, but it's lily pad. Lily pad is a brighter piece. Lily pad is so overlooked that I forgot the name of it.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so pretty though.
It's so pretty and it's gorgeous with these presents.
And it's bunny.
And it's bunny. We love bunny.
It's bunny.
All right. This one.
Yeah, mess back here.
We're making a mess. Oh, we always make a mess.
Yes, we do. But we walk out of the room after the show's over with, and people must hate us.
Okay, we went a little like left field. We've never done something like this. So.
No, we haven't. But y'all were insistent on the fact that there is so much pink background in the Christmas, the retro Christmas, especially in loungewear, robes, and pajama bottoms and things like that. So we just really went wild with this one. I think, first of all, I love the trees. I think they're really cute.
So cute.
We did like a blue, kind of a Pacific blue, and then some green tones of the, normal, I'll call it.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of think pink on the treetop.
Yeah. So because what I brought with it, because I loved it with it. I know it's a little crazy, but look at think pink with this.
It actually is very cute.
I think it's so cute. I loved it. The little white Christmas trees remind me of those little Debbie type of sandwich trees that you can get.
Yeah,
that are horrible for you.
Think pink. I'm telling you, think pink is one of those colors. Every time we start doing something new in some things, people always say, "Do think pink." So
they wanted everything,
and it's not as hot on screen right now.
No,
let's get rid of this for a second and see if we can get that the right temperature.
Yeah, think pink is, I think, as bright as we can go without it being neon.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if we can get it super, has a saturation to it. That's like you blow it up on. Oh, I'm getting there. It's still much hotter in person. If you guys never seen Think Pink, it's so fun. For Tylo is like really working for it right now. It's going as far as it could go.
Sorry, if you want to just stay there, I'm gonna hand
okay. Sounds good. We did forget fall.
We did forget.
So let's go into that right now.
I'm gonna do that really quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a time out to do a
cloud is over. That is all of our cloud. We forgot a fall print, so we're gonna do this one for you really quick because it was hiding, and I can't believe it because it's so cute.
Yeah.
This is, I think, Leaf Me Be.
Leaf Me Be.
Leaf Me Be.
Of course it is.
Because we like puns. Look how cute that is. I love this one.
Me too. And these are pretty good size. Those are probably 2.5 inches right there. Yeah. But I do love these. They're just leaves, no flower crowns.
No.
So
all
I
the
love
sleeves.
what that looks
It's
like.
you know, just forest friends.
Rust and
Plain
ginger.
and fall, yes.
I think didn't we decide?
Red fox goes, rusty fox, any of those wild rabbit and the driftwoods
The
and stuff
woodland
like
was
that.
cute too.
Woodland is really cute. What's it? Truffle is really cute with this. Truffle.
Awesome. Okay.
I know. Let's do it.
Okay. Which one do you want to do next?
Let's go to the presents.
Okay.
And go. So we're going into Christmas now. Christmas in June. Yeah.
This is a surprise, I think, in terms of what the.
Yeah. So these are just some like kind of vintagey,
Yep.
old-fashioned kind of Christmas
I like
presents. Oh, I love the like lollipop candy canes. They're so cute. Spruce goes really well with this. Red goes really well with this. You have, I think, a little bit of the yellow greens like Loden. Golden is right there next to it, which is so pretty with this.
It's so pretty. It just really pulls it together, I think. But the spruce is also just delicious with it.
Yeah.
Love it.
How great that looks.
This is the underserved piece.
It really is. I just really love how vintagey. It kind of it's like a nutcrackery.
Yeah.
I don't know that kind of.
Yeah, I understand
Time.
what you're saying.
Do you want to do plaid?
Sure.
Okay. This one is a fun one. We kind of just took a chance on for plaid tidings for us, and
It's a really
big multi-colored plaid, and I love it. I think it's so cool. I want to put poppy scarlet on for that one, but scarlet goes really well with it.
I'm gonna go scarlet,
Yeah.
and we don't even know why. I don't know why Poppy's here with this one, but
I
it
don't
doesn't
either.
matter because it looks so good with it.
Yeah.
But, this is evergreen, but it does look nice with it.
Yes, evergreen goes, emerald goes, spruce kind of goes. We have both the yellow and the blue green in there.
This is going to be one of those pieces that you're going to use
Yeah.
for like a great big throw that goes over the back of the sofa. That it's a really pretty piece.
Yeah.
Let's open it and step back just a little
Okay.
for an opportunity to see what the big piece is going to look like. Hold it up.
Look at that. Oh, sorry. Look at that.
Yeah.
So pretty.
It's a really pretty piece.
Yeah.
Shows off better in person, I will tell you, than
I
it
will
does on the screen. So,
This was for my present. I think.
oh, well,
No.
is what it is.
Look at it. Let me show
Okay.
you what spruce looks like
All
for
right,
these presents. I know, but Esmeralda cut this piece, so we gotta show it. Okay, look at that. So this is just our like spruce in our Arctic owl.
Yes.
Yeah, which is so look at it's 30 millimeter. Look at that.
Isn't that great?
So fluffy, and so it's just showing you how great that looks with the spruce in a really unexpected piece. It's so perfect for winter though. Okay, let's keep going to this one.
Yeah, that actually has a lot.
Yeah,
I
really
really
one for this one too.
I think both of these are going to
Yes.
be delicious with it.
I had to do both.
Another bunny. I feel a bunny.
Tinseltown. I know I have to just do so much bunny. I'm gonna get over there for you guys. This is Tinseltown, which is this old-fashioned. What are those paintings?
Yeah,
that people
somebody,
have?
you guys tell us what the painting is, so that it looks like, because I can't think of what it's called.
Thomas.
No, it's not,
No.
well, it's kind of like the Kincaid kind of, but then it kind
Yeah.
of gives me a vibe of something better.
It
that's
does,
not
it
better,
does.
but just different than that
Yeah.
too. That it's just old-fashioned looking, and the artwork was so nice on it.
Mm-hmm.
That it just has that vibe. It could be very wintry. There's nothing that says it has to be Christmas at all. These are very sprucey tones to it, with a little bit of I mean, I think there's some juniper tucked inside there, and there's
Yes.
some other things that are tucked in, but like, look at this bunny. Oh gosh,
That's so pretty with it.
first of all, this bunny is just
Yeah.
gorgeous in itself. Well, that's ridiculous. How about trying it this way?
I
This bunny is just so gorgeous in itself. I just love what it
Yay.
looks like.
love
This
this.
is chinchilla.
Alaskan.
Oh, Alaskan. Yes.
Alaskan ivy.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I just thought with this, you know what, it seems a little clashy on screen. It's better in person.
Yes. Agreed.
I'll say that because this on screen, Tinseltown, the spruce picks up the most, but there is yellow in there. Like especially like around, let's see, this area. a lot more yellowy than gray, but it comes in with both of those greens that look perfect with it. So this is Snowflake Natural.
Snowflake Natural looks so
I
pretty
know.
together
That's
with
why
it.
I had to grab it. I was
Even
like,
though it doesn't even really go with it, but it looks
Yeah.
great with it.
yeah.
This snowflake print is just such a pretty piece, and
I
it's really
agree.
seasonally worth it.
I agree. Okay, let's go into my
Okay, this is Diana's. This is Diana's pick. This is the employee pick
favorite.
of the day.
Oh yeah, like the 2 other cat lovers didn't go for this. Oh no. Look at you guys. This is Jingle Paws. And
Look how ridiculous this thing is. But at the same time,
you know,
You-
when I
it's
came
probably-
across this artwork, I don't think I've ever seen such good kind of non-realistic cats that were realistic at the same time.
yeah,
Like the way she captured cats, like she has to have like 7 of them at home because they're so perfect.
I tell you, when Diana's over there squealing at the screen, I knew that something's up. But this is so cute. It's got that little bit of a vintage look about
Yeah.
it, so it's kind of that vintage red. Although that some of the reds do go with it just fine, and then
Yes.
the greens, of course, are your emerald green. Oh, did I take that back already? Not emerald. I don't see it there.
We have evergreen up here.
Here,
Yeah.
which I think evergreen goes nicely with it.
Yeah.
So
Snowflake red goes great with this. I think it's so sweet.
it is, and everybody that appreciates
Yeah.
the kitties, when they saw it, they kind of
Yeah.
cooed at it and said,
Just
how
like
cute
look
it
at
was.
those faces. They're so great. This is, oh my gosh, the one in the box.
Yes, the one in the box.
I just love these ones. I think it's so cute. Yeah, all the positions. That's what it got me. I thought it was such a unique cat piece. And it was Christmas cat piece, which makes it even more unique.
Yes.
Okay, let's go into this one first.
Sure.
Okay. This one, I think. That article, I think went with this one well too, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, look
Okay.
how great this one. This is Jolly Santa. And it has a little bit of a brighter green ground, but I love this one. I love just this. It's simple. It's Santa. It's a snowman sled. All
Honestly,
cute.
it's the artwork is just really darling on it.
Yes.
So we had said that we were going to do a Christmas patch piece.
Mhm.
And so when we worked on it, this was a baby that came
Yeah.
from it because it was so cute. We pulled it out and created a little bit
We
more art
did.
to go with it.
So let's show you the patch so we can show them together afterwards. But look how great this is.
Look how cute this patch turned out.
How great it is. This is Jolly Stitches.
So this print right here,
Yes.
that is the print we pulled out and
Yeah.
then blew it up.
Yeah.
And we made a colored background on it. Well,
There's some green on
there is
there's
some.
a green one too.
You're right.
But I love this one. You can't really see it, but it's a snow globe presence in there. I think this one turned out so cute.
Honestly, we had a hard time not creating a print out of this and a print out of this and just,
know.
going crazy and just making all these ancillary pieces. So we kept ourselves to try to be normal
Yeah,
and
and
not
so that's
out of our mind.
kind of matching to go with that.
It's a perfect
They're
match.
great
too.
at it.
It's a perfect match. So
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a fun little group we'll probably see a lot of things that Shannon will do with this for,
Yes.
different holiday shoots.
Yeah.
But super cute.
So
A little bit of white with some white dazzle in there. I want to put white dazzle with everything Christmas.
I know. Me too.
And did we just finish?
I think we just finished.
I think we may have just finished.
We
Holy
have
moly.
made such a mess, but we are finished.
I think
That is
so.
all of our little prints that we have coming.
One of the things that you asked us to see.
Oh, I did grab that, I think, for Leaf Me. One of these.
Yeah, but one of the things you asked to see was a bigger piece of what the new, what's his name?
Highland.
Highland, yes.
Yes.
This is the new galaxy. And we kept telling you about how beautiful it was. But we didn't have a big enough piece. You just see the little scrap that we had, but we finally got it. I think it's really great. It's really great. So this is probably the number one out of the new galaxies. But it's a
Nice.
handful of new galaxies.
Yes. We have the header
A
here.
quick reminder of what the new
Yeah.
galaxies were. So there's let's see what they are. So Cypress is this new color right here, the little bitty guy, because we only got a little tiny swatch of that one, and it's going to be gorgeous. And then, of course, Think Pink. It goes pretty darn well with Think
It
Pink.
does.
Okay, you read them off because you can see them.
Okay, and then we have Black Cherry, which looks very brown, but it is a lot more purpley red in person. We have Bering Sea.
This is beautiful. It was a derivative of the
Yeah.
Raindrop,
Mhm.
but then it got a little grayer than Raindrop, but it just turned out gorgeous, so we had to keep it.
Yes. And then we have Basil. With a lot of things, I actually asked for a basil too. We don't have a big piece. It looks really great with little pine pals, a little woodland kid one we just showed. Highland, which we just saw. And then we have pine cone. And then we have brindle.
They're all represented really well on screen as well.
Yes.
These are going to be really popular. That just
Yeah.
only adds to the huge collection of galaxies that we already have. And we have a lot of galaxies because
Go with it.
oh, that does look really cute. We have a lot of galaxies because you know how well they go in quilt.
Yeah.
You know, that it gives you that freedom to not have to have a perfect match, or it matches so perfect you can't stand yourself. So boy, what a mess we have on this table right
Such
now.
a mess.
But it's a fun mess. We had a good time with it. So we
Always fun.
let's see if there's anything else that we need to address. I love the textures too.
You're number one, but I'm
Or Trish.
partial. So are a lot of people, Carla.
Yeah. Yes. Highland Galaxy is great. All right. Well, that was today's entire selection, but we do have to. Did you do harvest notes?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, thank you.
Adriana, thank you. We forgot this one because it was supposed to come yesterday and it did not.
That's why you have this one out.
That's
Diana?
yeah.
This is why you got this out. Is because the harvest gnomes.
Look how okay. So I just have a little piece of paper of it. So this is our harvest gnomes, and it has a little fox, which I think is so cute, and then a little owl, and
So that
beautiful
box
it is.
is so
It has
adorable.
Black cherry is gonna go with this. Any of the like dark sea or bayou is gonna go with this. A lot of the brown tones, we just love it. It's so
Really
cute. I wish we had fabric. It was supposed to come here yesterday. It's probably gonna come today, probably as soon as
It
we're
always
done
does.
with this.
Probably
So
walk right into the office and they'll be sitting there.
probably.
But that's thanks, Adriana.
Yes.
So we do need to do our drawings today. So
Woo!
we have again, we're going to do fat quarter pack
Yes.
of Baby in the Garden,
Mhm.
and so it's again, it might not come in this shape, but it's going to be the content
Yes.
of that. So oh boy,
Right. We got a lot of
Oh,
people.
boy.
So we have winners is Tammy James, Maria McCaig, Franklin Bardsley, Erica Stewart, and Terry Dimo. I'm so sorry if I butchered anybody's name in there.
yes,
Yes.
that's what it is. Okay. Congratulations. We did 5 today, which is not
5.
We'll do because we want to get the quilting cuddle.
Yeah,
So,
that's fun.
what do we
Guys
ask?
see this fun stuff?
That y'all, when you get your quilting cuddle pack, if you want to unbox it, if you will, and show everybody what you got, and then talk about it just a little bit, how fun you think it is, and then if you can whip up something and share, we're even happier. So it's just a gift. And
Yeah.
what do we do? What do they do?
So you email info@shannonfabrics.com. Put your phone number and shipping info with live giveaway winner in the subject line, and we will send this on your way.
Yep.
I'm so excited for you guys.
So it's been a fun day as always. Thank you very much, everybody, for being there, sharing your time with us, and just being here in general. We just love having you and love having the audience to be able to know that we're interacting with people. You know, you're just sitting there kind of talking to yourself.
You do, yeah.
And so it's fun to have you there and interacting with us. The more you interact with us, the happier we are. And what we
Yeah.
don't catch in questions or comments, we will always put it in the comments later. And there's lots of folks, I understand, lots of people watch this afterwards. Like a
Oh,
lot of people watch it
Yay.
afterwards. So all your comments are there for
Yeah.
them to see also. So I think those
Yeah.
are really good things that we
if you guys have any more comments, if we didn't answer any questions, email us, info@shannonfabrics. They'll get to us, but Diana or Julie are in there, design or whoever. They'll get to us.
just ask the questions.
Yeah.
They'll just put it our way. So, or if it's not even our question, we'll answer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again, and we'd love to see you next time, which will be next month at the beginning of the month. I think we're on schedule again for
Hopefully.
next month.
Yeah.
Everything's the way it's supposed to be again, getting back to normal, whatever normal is. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.